This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lover with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lover with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lover with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lover with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast go ahead, stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up, got that change, we bagged up. True love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lover with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 23 hundo and 29 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you be
fucking kettle 1, 2.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Good morning, come one, come all to the land of sick fucking gains. Welcome to 2329. Happy Schwednesday. We are live for an early Beast cast, and we love these early casts. The best way to start the fucking day. Can I get some biceps and gorillas in the comments down below? Let's go, Beaches. Drop some biceps and gorillas in the comments down below. Welcome. All right, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the stream right now, and of course, you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you like to bang your ear holes. Anywhere you like to bang your ear holes, you can do so with Papa Swole and the fam. Head on over to thedailyswole.com. That's THE, thedailyswole.com for all of those live stream links if you are just listening, but you can find all these different podcast links. So no matter where you listen, you can listen to the Daily Sleeves. Fam, how we doing? Let's give a little round the horn. How we doing, Chris, Brenda? We got Jay Frosty Balls. We got Brett. We got Guy. Let's see, Cerny in the house. How we doing, Lacey? Loretta, Sim. How we doing, Nick? What is up, Beaches? What's up, Annika, Clayton? Oh my God, everyone's here. Bookworm, how are we doing? Batman, Lacey, John, Christopher, Megan, good morning. Yow. All right, we have a great show. Let's jump right into it. We got a bunch of calls, so we'll see how many we can get to today. Reminder before we even get into the tip, it's important to remind you that for members only, tomorrow's episode, Roundtable 27. Let's get a little America for that too. Tomorrow is our Swole Fam Roundtable, the world famous, the world renowned Swole Fam Roundtable, and that is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So tomorrow's episode 2330, that will be private for members only. Come on now, fam. Come on now. All you got to do is join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. With all memberships, you get access to the private live streams, and we have 2 to 3 of those every week. We have a weekly accountability meeting on Mondays. We have our Friday overtime segments every single week. And of course, we have our twice monthly Swole Fam Roundtables. These are fire. These are awesome. These are live calls with a live chat, and you get to talk to me and other members of the Swole Fam all at the same time. It's a great time to ask questions, to talk about anything and everything. It's just free-flowing conversation. Round tables are the absolute shit. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? Tomorrow, 5 p.m., so we will not be for the public live stream. If you want to get access to tomorrow's live stream and all private live streams, join the fam, swolenormousx.com. So excited for the round table. Everyone likes to make the round tables. Everyone loves them. Everyone loves them. Loves the round tables. Fire. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, that being said, let's get a little tainty boy before we bust a nut. Oh, how are you so sleepy? How are you so sleepy, bro? How are you so sleepy? It's so early. You're tired from sleeping all night? Good boy. Okay. Sexy tainty man. Let's get into today's sleeves cast. This bus is not open, and let's have a great time. Let's get this card exposed. Here we go, Beaches. Yes. The world famous thyroid card. The world famous, the world renowned. I would, ... but my thyroid. I would lose weight, but my thyroid. I would have done yoga today, but my thyroid. I would have made better food choices, but my thyroid. The thyroid is the boogeyman. Of course, you could fix your thyroid by getting rid of plastics, parabens, phthalates, endocrine disruptors, get rid of the deodorants and the hairsprays and all the conditioners and shampoos and body lotions, and you get better sleep and eat real fucking food and don't microwave plastic and blah, 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 blah. But my thyroid. But then I can't blame my thyroid for all my life problems. I would have better relationships, but my thyroid. Okay? I'd manage my time better, but my thyroid. I don't know why I'm turning into like Loveless from Wild Wild West, but my thyroid, Mr. West. I would have given up this territory back to the States, but my thyroid. I need to get that soundboard. Okay, let's get a little America. All right, fam. Hashtag but my thyroid for a chance to win today's Swole card. You know what's funny about this, or not funny, is I talked to Mama Swolio, and she was saying she laughs because she knows about the but my thyroid gag that we have. And she says, when she's at work, she hears it all the time. She goes, babe, you have no idea how many times I heard my thyroid. How many times I heard about thyroid today at work. I don't know. Do you guys hear this a lot? I know some of you do. You mentioned it, but drop in the comments while we get into this tip. Drop in the comments if you have real world experience with people blaming the thyroid. I got to do a soundboard, but my thyroid. All right, let's get into that tip. Everyone, spit on it, and let's get this mushroom tip in there. Babe, just an inch. Ooh. Just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. All right, let's get into today's first Swole fam post. Let's see what we got for him, fam.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh my God, Chris, lay it on me thick. Lay on me thick. That's how we like it. We like it thick in the family. All right, Chris writes, don't know what much to say, fam, but I think these pics say a lot more than I can. I'm at my 1 year Swoleversary since starting the elimination diet. I average between 190 to 195 pounds from the 265 pounds bloated, flabby beach shown below. We'll get into those pictures in a second. The scale has moved up and down, but at my lowest weight achieved since joining the fam was 185. I know my muscle content has come up as my weight did slightly. I went from a 38-inch waist to a 34 with a belt, 33-inch belt with a good fit. I am much healthier, happier, but still have a lot of work to do. Realizing for a bit now, I also have a lot of mental and emotional things I'm trying to get over still, as well as the continuous journey of my health and fitness, but I'm not faltering, not giving up, especially when I not only see, but feel the progress I've made, and not at all without the ever-continuing support of the Swole fam. Love you all. Hashtag stay swole, GTTFG, and constant growth with the 7 pillars. Both pictures on the left are from the last week. And the right 2 pictures are from my peak a year ago. Progress is never easy, but nothing worth having and or keeping is without hard work and diligence. Till next time, fam. So we have the pics on the left are last week and the right 2 are from a year ago. So let's look. Holy fucking shit. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Look at that. All right, so the left 2 pictures. On the right, we got, Jesus Christ. We saw this picture before a while ago. These are great pictures. This is a great comparison. Let me zoom in so we can all see it. Let me zoom in on the first top 2, because the left, a week ago, look at that shit, dude. Look at that shit. Got a lot of gains on that left. Look at that. You can see your fucking abs coming through, bro. Look at that definition. Look at that. Look at those calves, son. And look at the right. Holy crap. So that's those are the top 2 pictures. And you can see on the right, your beard's more prominent too, which definitely helped tremendously. But you can see your gut in the right picture, even though you're wearing a shirt. Let's scroll down. Look at that, dude. Look at your delts. Look at your traps. And look on the right. This picture is even more ridiculous. I think the bottom right picture and the top left picture should be side by side, because you got the topless. Let me show that. We'll zoom in. So that's a year ago at his peak. You could see, and we can talk about it, right? we can talk about this. This is why when you take a picture, you do befores, people are often embarrassed when they do a before. Like, I don't want to show anyone. I'm embarrassed. I want to take a picture. If you're obese, you're not trying to get in front of the camera. You're embarrassed. You don't feel confident. You have lower self-esteem. Understood. But this is why it's important to do it anyway, because then once you lose the weight, you want to show everyone these pictures. Yes, it was you, but it's an old you. It's not you anymore. You get inspired, right? This is why people like to show transformation pictures when it's theirs, because, hey, look at me. You would never show these pictures off before, but once that person is dead to you, you really want to show off what is possible because you're proud of yourself, and you should be. So we look at this again, and then we go back. Bro, that's a different fucking person. Look at you. Look at this. You got no love handles. He's got abs. He's got his chesticles popping out. Legs, definition. Look at that picture. Bro, that is unreal. That's what's possible in a year. Oh, shit. Nick. Oh, Nick's calling you out. Chris, Nick's calling you out. Chris, you're so fat phobic. Oh, no.
Nick Gaming.
That's true.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
He's got a point. I don't know. I think Chris might be fat phobic. He might be. I mean, he did post a transformation photo. Why didn't you stay fat, Chris? Why didn't you stay fat and just pretend like you were healthy? You didn't even have to lose the weight, bro. All you had to do was fucking change your opinion on how you looked. You're beautiful just the way you are.
Fucking people.
Good for you. You're fat phobic. Fuck you. That's awesome, dude. Fat phobia. You fuck all the way off. All right. How do we follow that up? We don't need to follow it up. The Swole Fam's always providing. Swole Fam's always here to provide some more absolute fucking fire. Let's get into another post. This one's from Joanne. Joanne writes, quote, "Oh, I really regret making my lazy arse work out. Said no one ever. I'm in week 4 of the 90-day dash and I'm tired. I'm sore. I'm starting to hear that little voice in my head that says, you've done a lot. You earned a break. One day won't matter. The last time I got to this point, I listened to it and I stopped. So today when I didn't want to get out of bed and go to the fucking gym, I did it anyway. Oh my God.
Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball.
Yo, this is a super fat phobic episode. Or is it fitphilic? I like a fitphilic episode. Yeah. I like a fitphilic episode, Swole Fam. I love how every post is just like, I didn't feel like going to the fucking gym, but I fucking did and I feel great. Goddamn right. All right, we got a post here from Moose. And Moose writes, I've been putting off starting the 90-day dash because I keep telling myself I want to focus on my nutrition, but on my way home, I slapped my nips. That's good advice, fam. And told myself I'm starting today. Just did the first day of the primer week. And for a guy my size that's never done yoga, that shit ain't no joke. I feel great, but man, am I pouring sweat. Time to shower and drink some vegan tears to rehydrate. Hashtag no more excuses and go to the fucking gym.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. Fuck yeah!
Is anyone else absolutely fucking amped? Is anyone else? Are you not entertained? My God. Swole Fam absolutely annihilating the game. Get those vegan tears. Get them all. All right, we got 2 more Swole Fam posts. We could do these all fucking day because the Swole Fam's just destroying. From our discussion boards on Swolenormous X, Paul writes, Hi, I'm Paul. I just joined the group. I'm 30 years old and looking forward to building a better physique and health. Welcome to the fam, Paul. Welcome. Peter and Paul. We got Paul and we got Peter. All right. Sign me up. Name's Peter, 33, decided to jump on this and make a change for myself, both physically and mentally. Let's Let's fucking go. I love it. I love it. Swole fam crushing it. Oh, yes. Swole fam crushing it. Oh, we are crushing it indeed. All right, let's get a little tainty reprieve. Fam, thank you so much for all the amazing posts. And let's get into some knowledge cock. Round of applause for all those amazing Swole fam posts.
He's on fire!
Swole fam is on fire. Look at those tainty paws. Oh, look at that little taint. We got a little taint. Very nice. Nice taint. Nice taint. Little pee-pee. Little tiny pee-pees. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Remember, hashtag #ButMyThyroid. #ButMyThyroid. I know. Oh, my thyroid. Come on. Stop whining. #ButMyThyroid. All right. Let's see. So if you are not a part of the Swole fam, you can go to swolenormousx.com, stop being a beesh, and sign up today and join the greatest fam in the realm. Not only that, we got some awesome calls today, so we're going to jump into it. You got questions? Drop in the comments. Hashtag Papa Swolio. You like that? You like that shit? Oh, that was not bad. That was not bad.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
That was not bad at all. All right, let's take some questions. We'll take a couple. Yesterday, we had some issues with the live chat. Today, we're fine. We got calls. We got a lot of questions. We have no shortage of questions, so let's just jump right into it. I appreciate everyone's patience yesterday. We got cut off. The power went out, but we made it through. We made it through. We did it anyway. Pillar number 7, consistency. We made it. And I told you, we were back for another day for an amazing show. Tyler, what are your thoughts on using turmeric for inflammation? I don't really have any thoughts. I think a lot of spices and plant foods need to be tested. A lot of these things are estrogenic, so you have to be careful with that aspect too. You could try it and see if you like it. I don't personally use it, but some people do. Whether or not it works or works effectively or is absolutely essential, I don't use turmeric, but you can try it and see if you do well with it. And if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Some of these foods actually, some of the benefits from some of these plant foods might be beneficial in terms of your body actually defending itself against those foods. In other words, plants could be beneficial in terms of your body's natural response. So maybe they do cause some low-level inflammation, or they do cause your body to have a kind of like a defensive response, but that actually can fortify your immune system. So that's some of the logic behind maybe some plant foods being beneficial. But you have to test and see which ones. It doesn't mean that you want to eat ones that are causing you problems, but means that you might want to test certain vegetables or plant foods and see if you want to go down that road and see how you feel with it. You shouldn't be having major reactions. You shouldn't be having major reactions. You shouldn't be like breaking out in hives or having crazy bloating. That's a big no-no. You don't want to go through that. It's not worth it. That's not worth it. Yes, Rihanna, I put it in there's some great resources in Papa Swolio's bookshelf. If you go to the Amazon store, it's when you log in, click on Papa Swolio's bookshelf. Rihanna's asking Papa Swolio, is there any good reads for stuff on estrogen foods? Yes. Go to, like I said, and check out the book, Estrogeneration. It was written a few years ago, but it's like a Bible when it comes to the top things to remove. It talks all about shampoos and soaps and sunscreens and all the things that we've been talking about for years. So check that out. Estrogeneration is a great book. And it's Audible, Kindle, paperback, hardcover, whatever you like to read and do. I got the book, and I listen to it on Audible, but a lot of times I'll listen on Audible because that's how I'm going to consume it. But I like to have the book also, one, so they don't remove the book, or they don't change the book, or they don't censor the book. Because a lot of these books I read are like, oh, that's going to be fucking banned, or that could be removed. Plus, I like to have a physical reference. And sometimes these books are very technical, so I like to listen and I'll get the ideas. But I learn a lot with an audiobook, but sometimes certain things like lists, or it might have an additional chart or something, and then I want to have the book. So a lot of times I'll listen to a book, and I'll do both. Plus, if it's a good book, or it's like, oh, that's something that's really quality, I'll do both because it also supports the author too. So I like to do it for that case too. So a lot of times I'll do an Audible and I'll buy the book. So I'll just do both. So I get the book in, and then if I want to read it or if I want to look at it, I can always reference it. And plus I like to see it physically, like, oh, these are the books that I've read or consumed, and I can always go back and read it again for details or go to a specific page. Because here's the thing, what's weird is, what if Amazon shuts down or they ban me, or they say, hey, no more Audible. And then You know, if you lose power and you don't have a phone, like then I don't have any of my books. That's ridiculous. So I think it's important to have physical copies of books too, because you can't unplug a physical copy of a book. And if my phone doesn't work or Amazon Audible deletes my account or there's an error and I don't have any of the information, plus it's easier to reference something if you flip open to it rather than like, hey, where was that part? And you're scrolling. Anyway, that's what I do. But anyway, that's a great book, Estro Generation. That'll blow your fucking mind. When I say that our environment is fucking us up, when I talk about these environmental toxins and endocrine disruptors, I am not joking. You'll read this book and it's going to blow your fucking nips off. It's much worse than even I explain it. Anyway, Alex Brabant, Papa Swolio, have you tried any of the Dr. Squatch hygiene products? I have not. I've seen their commercials and stuff, but I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in them. For example, I mean, one of the best things to use just for skin and stuff, I'm actually not sure. I'm not, because I like jojoba oil, but I'm also, when you have plant oils, a lot of times those are phytoestrogens. So I don't know. I'm trying to look up. I haven't found any information on the estrogenic properties of jojoba oil, if it's anything considerable. So if anyone has any resources or you find that, let me know. I know things like lavender oil, and such like that. That's a big one. But for this is a little thing that I use for like lips and hands. It's called Vintage Tradition. You get it on Amazon, but it's 100% grass-fed tallow and cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. So you can get moisturizers and stuff that are from beef tallow. You start to realize the more you get into healthy eating and this kind of lifestyle, you realize that everything you get. Mama Swole was talking about that because she makes she's making like beef patties and she cooks a lot of like the ground beef and stuff. And she's always like, making the patties with her hands. And she says like, my hands have been feeling so soft, over the past year, like just more moisturized because of all her hands are in the beef fat a lot. It's natural. You get everything from these animals. You get everything from a fucking cow, all the nutrients you need, everything from the tallow to the bones. It's just absolutely just superior superior nutrition from these animal products like cow. All right. Yeah, I gotta have a library. That's the thing on a Kindle. It's like, I like reading on a Kindle in certain cases. It's convenient. You're traveling or you're whatever. But I want to have the books too. Just don't be one of those people that buys books and doesn't read them. Like, oh, look at my library. You've never read a single book. So consume them how you consume them, but I like to have both. Let's see here. Oh, we got a vegan troll in the comments. Welcome, vegan dad. Yikes. Make sure you're not feeding your kids vegan. You want them to grow and develop completely. Let's see. Post here. What'd you say? Brett, and when you... Someone say, what do you say the name of that book was? Estro Generation. Brett, you're a member, so log into your account and right there on your homepage, when you log in, you'll see Papa Swolio's bookshelf, and then it'll be all the recommended books. There's tons of books. All right, let's get into some more questions. Take a call. Yeah, good stuff. We got one from Alexandra. You're on the Daily Swole.
Hello.
So, hello, puppet.
I definitely go to the fucking gym. I look great. I get proposed to on the street when I'm walking down, can squat over 250 pounds, and I do full range of motion. Time under tension. Every movement is extremely intentional. I own every spot of my movements, front squats, back squats, split squats, hinges. Since I respect you and we have the same ethos, what are your thoughts on plastic surgery and breast implants? I am very conflicted. The more I work on myself, I'm not into it. But I'm curious about a man's perspective with ethos like yours. I'm assuming this is very unconventional question for you, but I hope you answer it.
Well, that's a great question. Thank you so much. Unconventional. I don't think there's anything unconventional that you could possibly ask on this podcast. I don't think there's anything that is like out of the scope of something that we've either been asked or talked about. I like the attitude. Like, well, I own every bit of the range of motion. So let's get a round of applause for Alex. My thoughts on breast implants. So you didn't really ask what capacity in terms of health. I think they're dangerous for a lot of issues. I think there's a lot of problems with the implants themselves leaking into the body. And I think the plastics, I don't care if it's BPA free. There are these bisphenols in all these plastics. There's BPS, there's BPF. There are a lot of issues with the surgery and the surgical tools. I personally wouldn't do any kind of surgical intervention unless it was like life-saving. There's a lot of problems with like the medical tools. Everything's out of plastic, and there's a lot of issues when you're implementing these directly into the bloodstream. They do slough off, and you do have these particles and particulates getting into the bloodstream that cause blood clots and all sorts of things over time. So that, as an aside, in terms of, in terms of a man, like receiving implants, I've been on the receiving end of implants before. Thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. No.
Boom shakalaka!
Overrated. I've experienced very good ones, and I've experienced ones that like you really notice. Overrated. Really overrated. I understand some women want to do that. Like, I understand, like, if you have any kind of surgery because of breast cancer, it really affects your feeling like a woman if you don't have breasts, right? If you have to have surgery. I think there's that's an individual decision. I'm not against things like that. You're going to do what you got to do. Sometimes people lose a lot of weight, or after they have children, they get very sag, and it makes them feel very self-conscious. But, we've kind of talked about that. Mama Swole, she, there's no issues talking about this. She lost like 2 or so cup sizes at least when she went off birth control and started getting rid of the inflammatory foods. But they're amazing. They're fantastic. And you start to realize how inflamed you are. Your body thinks, when you're on birth control, your body thinks you're pregnant. So, you're not producing milk, but you're swollen, you're inflamed, you store body fat. It's literally like the fundamental estrogenic. Like, you're literally taking estrogen in via the birth. It's horrible. It's horrible for the body. And there are so many women that go off birth control and then can't have children. It's like, you don't fucking say. Shocker. You've been just fucking your body up for 30 years or 20 years, and you wonder why you can't have kids now. It's like, it's really, really bad for people. Yeah, I want to offer this up to the Swole fam, to ladies, like maybe that have some feedback here, but I really don't think it's necessary. I think a lot of women perceive it as necessary or required, but I think it's the same thing as like guys getting like dick surgery. Like, guys don't get this kind of stuff. Guys don't get dick surgery. You can, but they don't. It's like, you don't need that. You don't need that. Your personality is not your tits. Your personality is not your tits. If you think you need tits to be, then you're not fully developed as an individual. And I will say, Alexandra, you didn't tell me whether or not you were happy with what you had. You're just saying, what are my thoughts on it? But you sound very confident. You train hard. It sounds like, you know what you're about. You're filling your own cup. I don't think you're going to have any issues. It doesn't sound like you have any issues with confidence. It's like, why would you do it? Right. And I think a lot of women think that they're going to get breast implants for guys. Guys don't fucking care. They don't care. Yeah, Lacey just said men are, no, we don't care. We really don't care. Some guys are breast guys. Some guys are ass guys. Most guys just want a woman. It's not super picky. Like, you meet the right person, you meet someone that's amazing. you know, you meet the right person, you're not analyzing their cup size or like, you know, it's gonna hit right. Plus, they feel weird. Once you've had like real breasts, like you don't want that shit. It's hard. It's fucking weird. It's weird. You know what's interesting? I've always said this, that breast implants literally, it weakens the species. It really does. It weakens the species in terms of that because you are manipulating men, right? You're pretending like you have bigger breasts than you do. So your genetics are passing on smaller breasts. Not to mention the epigenetics and the issues from the plastics and all the stuff that you're consuming that can scar the DNA into future generations. But you're not, look, you don't have that. That's not you. That's not you. So men are going to be with you and try to reproduce. And then you're going to come out with the itty bitty titty committee. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it's false advertising. Let's take a couple questions here. I'm not a fan. So you asked me and I'm telling you, Alexandra, I'm not a fan. It sounds like you don't have any issues with confidence and you shouldn't be getting your confidence from breast implants. You know, that's like getting, you know, abdominal etching or liposuction rather than changing your lifestyle habits. It's like, you know. All right. Let's see. What we got here? Michelle, I want fat taken from my stomach and put into my titties. I'd rather use my own body fat. I've had this plan for years. LOL. All right. Let's see. And he marks Papa Swole. I know it's not a book, but have you seen the documentary Toxic Beauty? Alan from Every Damn Day recommended people watch it. It's very eye-opening regarding makeup products, etc. No, I haven't seen it, but I guarantee it's everything that we talk about here on the show. Makeup products are horrendous for phthalates and parabens. It's awful. It's sunscreens, it's moisturizers. It's so bad. Look, Mama Swolio is a cosmetologist. She does hair, skin. I fucking hate that shit, but she's like, you know, changing all the stuff and she's very adamant. She's been swapping out stuff, everything for like phthalate. But at the same time, I'm still not a fan. I'm not a fan of all these products. But she does it as well as you're going to do it. She does it right. It's just, you realize once you start noticing, once you start addressing all these issues that are in these beauty products and environmental toxins, like you see it everywhere, but it's important to understand it's in everything. It's in everything, everything. And this is why when you talk about it, it's true, it's factual, but you start telling this to someone and they just tune out like, okay, whatever. But then they wonder why they're eating 1,500 calories a day and working out 6 days a week. And I just can't lose weight. You're on birth control. You're lathering endocrine disruptors. You're sucking down artificial sweeteners and artificial food colorings. These things are fucking up your hormones. And these endocrine disruptors aren't picking like, oh, I'm going to attack this gland or this gland. It's interrupting your body's natural chemical messaging system. It's going to fuck up everything from your thyroid, your adrenals, everything. Everything. It affects everything. They all have very similar estrogenic properties. And it's going to, affect your body in the same manner with different concentrations. But you think about it, if it's in the plastics, it's in the shampoos, it's in the laundry detergents, in the dryer sheets, and all these different things, low levels everywhere. You're getting it nonstop. And you're chewing gum with like red 40 in it. Like all these things are absolute trash. Let's see. Julie, guys, I will post pictures of myself in the Facebook group. I got breast implants. I got breast implant illness and explanted on April 19th. You would never believe how sick I was and bedridden. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oof. Definitely share the story. Oh, that was a Jay Frosty Balls. Fake tits are like Nazis. Changed my mind. That was a Robin Williams. That was like, here, hey. They're always at attention. Jawohl. We will be asking the questions. Let's see. Julie, please, women, read about breast implant illness. I was dying from 54 symptoms. Ooh. All right. Let's see, Rihanna, with the birth control, a copper IUD seems my best way for pregnancy prevention. Is that a good way without adding estrogen that way? I'm pretty sure they act in the same manner. I think there was some BS about, oral being different, but it's not. Read that book. It's a whole section. The guy goes through essentially 10 different areas of major estrogen exposure. And I think number 10, or like one of those on the list, was birth control. I would check that out because literally what birth control is doing is it's signaling that your body has, is pregnant. I mean, pregnancy prevention, what you can do is not put a penis in there. You could, you could not put a penis. That's the best way to prevent pregnancy. No one likes to hear that, like, oh, abstinence, but that's without fucking up your hormones. I would look into that a lot more. I am adamantly against birth control. I just am now. After learning all this stuff, it's like, fuck, that fucks up women so bad. Let's see. Ooh, just my thoughts on it. And I wasn't aware of all this growing up, but you realize like, oh shit, it's just so bad. So bad. Let's see. Alex, I forgot to mention that my date survived leg day. Is she a keeper? Did she survive? Okay, we go. She earns that second date. Let's see if she survives Kegel's day. Ew. Ew.
I am the danger.
Survived. Yeah. She's definitely earned into the next round. She's definitely made it to the next round for sure. And that's the thing. Annika says it right here. I aim for getting to the point where my skin looks as good without any makeup than with it, close to it. If you take better care of your health, if you're getting sleep, if you're taking it, you're not going to need as much makeup. You're not going to need the same amount of foundation. Your skin's going to look better naturally. That's the idea. Positive Charisma. Papa Swole, what's your opinion on raw, unbleached cane sugar? I was reading about gut health, and it said as long as it's unbleached and raw, it is safe / healthy. I would not use any added sugar personally. I mean, safe, healthy. The problem with our society is that you're allowed to consume whatever in this fucking country. A lot of the things that we consume here, or the levels of endocrine disruptors that we're exposed to in this country, are illegal in other countries. So what the FDA and all these bullshit organizations will do is allow you to consume as much of something until it's proven unhealthy. Rather, we should be testing and deeming it not safe until we prove it healthy. We do the opposite. So people are dying, people get sick, people fuck up their health. Like, oh my God, vegetable oils aren't bad, are bad for you? Oh my God. Well, 50 or 60 years of seeing the obesity rate rise dramatically. We know they're fucking garbage for the human system, but they're still legal. So there's a lot of bullshit. Yeah, that's another problem. Just a Raven, Papa Swole, what about condoms? You are literally putting endocrine disruptors. You're wrapping your dick in plastic, essentially. All these products are synthetic. Like, they're very, I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just saying read that book, learn more about it, and you realize, these things are everywhere. I'm not telling you how to live your life in terms of sex, but it doesn't change the reality of the situation, does it? My opinion on raw unbleached cane sugar, it's when you consume sugars like that, when you consume products like this that are like, these are they're all ultra processed. You're getting these things literally in their isolated form, not in conjunction with like how they naturally occur. And a lot of these sugars and products are genetically modify X, Y, and Z in order so they can harvest it and make maximum profit, but you're not getting the associated nutrients. You're not getting any fiber like you would with fruits, so it absorbs much faster. It's just not required. It's not necessary for your health. It's not benefiting you. You're better off eating fruit or using something like raw honey. I would much more rather or suggest. So you ask me my opinion, I'm telling you what I do. If you're like, well, fuck this guy, I'm going to eat my unbleached cane sugar. It's like, have at it. but these are my opinions. I don't use it, which is why you ask me. But yeah, you're not getting, like, have some raw honey. Raw honey, you're getting a lot of nutrients in honey. Name of the book one more time, for fuck's sake. God damn it. Estro, instead of estrogen, estrogeneration, like a generation, estrogeneration. Log into your account, fam. It's on Papa Swolio's bookshelf. Let's see. Would fertility awareness then be your ideal? What do you mean? Well, by the way, you can read, there are books out there. I forget one that Mama Swolio likes. There's a book that lets you know about your period and when you're most fertile and stuff like that. Would fertility awareness then be your ideal? Past no pee-pee in the hole? You got more than one hole, fam. Come on, let's fucking go.
Boom shakalaka!
Come on, Swole sluts, step up your fucking. I mean, awareness. There's no downside to being aware. I mean, I guess there is. They say ignorance is bliss, but I think ignorance is fucking stupid. To be ignorant is to not know what the fuck is going on. You should be aware. Not to mention, let me just reiterate, I'm not a fertility expert, but I'm just pointing you to these are my opinions of what I'm aware of, but you have to use logic and common sense, right? Use logic and common sense when it comes to these things. Don't be putting all these synthetic chemicals under your armpits. Don't be spraying all these fucking colognes and concentrate oils all over your body. If you eat better and you take better care of your health, you're going to smell better anyway. Don't rub all these like artificial fucking substances all over your ball sack, right? Don't be wrapping your cock in plastic. It's just, don't breathe through a plastic bag. Not healthy for you. Just think about it. Yeah, tracking period. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think tracking, and the more consistent, the better you care your health. That's a great thing. Of course, it's not 100%. So understand that if you put, oh, Jesus Christ. Understand.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I know you know this, Rihanna, but let's say in general, right? If you put a pee-pee in your vajiji, it's gonna increase your chances dramatically of having a baby. All right? That's how babies are made. So if you avoid that, no chance of having a baby if you don't put it in there. So whenever you put it in there, you increase your risk. Let's take another question. I love it. I appreciate the questions. I think it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot more that you all need to do your research on and learn more about. And it's always a learning process. Mark.
Well, let's ask Papa Swolio. Ask Papa Swolio. This is how Ask Papa Swolio goes. How you doing, Papa? I had one question for you. How do you secure those salty vegan tears that you drink every podcast? Do you have any vegans locked in the basement that you force feed actual food and they're so upset it's not soy that they just start crying and you collect them? I want to know because I kind of want to secure some vegan tears because I feel like it would make me as strong and as powerful as you. Now, if you excuse me, I am going to go to the fucking gym to make some sick fucking gains.
That's what's up. I can't go into all the details. My vegan tier, I got some over here. The other one was coffee. I do have some vegan tiers here. It's a proprietary blend. I can't go into depth with that just because of my own security. But let me just tell you that I will tell you that it's freshly squeezed. And when they're freshly squeezed, God, they are salty as fuck. The fresh squeezed, baby. Ooh, oh my God. Good question. Get those vegan tears, fam. Any way you can sequester them, any way you can get them, get them. Let's do one more call. Let's do one more from Rob. We got to move on, but all right, we'll do one more from Rob. Remember, go to askpapaswolio.com and submit your question. Let's go.
Papa Swolio,
what's up,
my
Bish?
question is,
lay it on me.
Is a weight loss plateau while on a diet a myth? So I've been doing something like a nice, I don't know, it's like a 30, 25, 45 macro split, eating really clean, tracking all of my calories and macros and MyFitnessPal, making sure I'm eating right. Noticed a bunch of weight loss, noticed some definition, then gain stopped. Well, weight loss stopped. I was looking good. I could see a difference. I've actually gained a little bit of weight, but then just haven't been able to continue to drop down on my fat loss. I've just been kind of staying the same, try to drop calories a little bit, tried a few different things. But my ultimate question is things like that, is a plateau real, or do you think it's more likely that somewhere in my diet I started eating a little bit more extra something and now I lost my track? Thanks.
All right, you got it, Rob. I appreciate the question. One, I had this idea. I love it, Lacey. I love it. You're on point. You should start an electrolyte mix called Vegan Tears. On it. I'm right there with you. Rob, you need to get off this macro over obsession. For the question, because you asked me, so I'm telling you. Not once did you tell me what you're eating. I don't give a fuck about your macro ratios. The 30, 45, it sounds like you're imbalanced. Sounds like you're getting too many carbs. I don't know which ratio I don't know which one which was the 30 or the 40. That sounds like a really generic split. Most people, that's not appropriate for most people. I have no idea what your caloric intake. You're much too focused on the numerical value, and I didn't hear one thing about the food quality. So I don't know what your training's like. I don't know what your lifestyle habits are like, what your sleep is like. I don't know what your training is like. I don't know what your actual protein intake is like, the quality of your food, any of these other environmental factors. That's going to mean a lot more to me than, whether or not you, I don't know, hit your 30% carb, whatever the fuck it is. The macro is the least interesting thing. It's the least interesting thing, and it's really the least important thing. Because if you actually address food quality, your macros are going to work themselves out. They really will. 99 times out of 100. Because if you're eating, let's say more grass-fed beef and eggs, and you're eating more fruit and things like, you're just going to be getting more fat and protein. Like your macros are going to work out. You need to figure out which foods work best for you. And is weight loss plateaus real? I mean, and anything's real. Plateau can be, if you're trying to build muscle and you don't build muscle for a while, it's a plateau. But I'm much less concerned about the plateau, as the habits that are leading to the plateau are much more important, because why are you in this situation is because of what you're doing day to day. So more protein probably. You need to worry more about food quality. I'm interested in everything that you didn't say rather than the macros and the calorie counting. Really not worried about it. Because what happens is a lot of times and I'll end with this, when you're not focusing on food quality enough, and understand that, people think, oh, vegetables and these vitamins and minerals. You're not getting vitamins and minerals that are effectively utilized in vegetables, in modern vegetables, because these things, the soil is fucking eradicated. They're using synthetic like fertilizers and shit to add more nutrients to the soil. There's no regenerative farming really. So you're just getting stripped nutrients. So you're not getting the nutrient density from these plant products, and people are not eating organ meats the way they should. Cows are amazing animals. You eat their liver, for example, you are getting their breakdown and their extraction of the nutrients through their multi-chambered stomachs. Or the 4 stomachs, I believe. You are getting the concentrated nutrients in their organs. So you eat an animal that is designed to extract nutrients from foods that are inedible to us. So when you're getting those nutrient-dense foods, you're also getting less calories overall. You're getting less overall caloric density, but you're getting more micronutrients. So too many people are focused on macronutrients. They're not focused on micros, because you can get plenty of empty calories. You go to McDonald's, you're getting no nutrition, but you're getting a lot of calories. So it's not so much about the macronutrients, it's about the micronutrients. So check in on that. Check out our content, The Elimination Diet. If you're not a member of the Swole fam, I highly recommend join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com. And follow up with a question, follow up with another call, and happy to get into a little bit more, like what you're eating, a little bit more in the details. So just let it be known. The things that are the least interesting to me is the calorie quantity and the macro ratio. It's just not interesting to me. It's not it's not the thing that's holding you back. Because look, you're focusing on all those things and you're not getting the results you want because it's everything else that you're not paying enough attention to, which is good news, which means you have a lot of progress on the horizon. So follow up with another question. Appreciate it. All right. Good calls, baby.
That's deep.
So thanks for the question, Rob. And if you're listening in, anyone, fam, go to askpapaswolio.com. Askpapaswolio.com and submit a question. We'll take a lot of fam, fucking call in. If you're unable to catch a live stream, go there, submit a question, because then you can listen in later in the next day or two. We'll get to the question and then you can hear the response. So make sure you are submitting your questions. Askpapaswolio.com. Now we're into some shit posts. Are you ready, Beaches? Who's ready? Shit post. All right. Let's see. Let's get a little tainty reprieve. Oh, by the way, hashtag butt my thyroid for a chance to win today's Swole card.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Let's get a little tainty man. Very nice.
Aww.
A little tantamang. All right. Ooh, I like this one. Oh my God. I love these titles. Fuck this guy. I'm a fan. All right, pick a number 1. Ooh. 1, 2, Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
What's in the box?
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Fam, is this the greatest show in the realm, or is this the greatest show in the fucking realm? Let's get another round of applause. Swole fam. Drop some biceps and glutes too. God, I love the fucking Mancast. I love a morning Mancast. That's all we're doing from now on. Just fucking morning Mancast. Start the day early with some fucking... All right. Number 3, Lacey. Let's go Lacey. Number 3, androgynous, fat phobia, and Lacey, you're always you're really hunting for some racism there. Number 3, androgynous, fat phobia, and racism.
You switch the samples.
All right, here we go. This is called Find a Good Fat Doc. Rough start.
I posted a video the other day and I got a lot of people asking the
You're
question,
gonna get fat phobia in there,
how do
for
I
sure.
find a good doctor as a fat person? Because there's a lot of doctors out there.
Pause. I was asking my fans, how do I find a good doctor as a fat person? What? Can you imagine being that retarded?
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
How do I find a good doctor as a fat person? You go find a good doctor. Like, objectively, like a good doctor is a good doctor, whether you are fat or not. Oh my God.
Who won't listen to us and who will just...
Does not happen. I guess, look, some people are idiots and some doctors are stupid. Does not listen to us. They don't tell you what you want to hear, which is not their job. Their job is not to tell you what you want to hear. Their job is to tell you the truth and help you get unfucked. You need to get fucked. But all right.
Everything on needing to lose weight. And there are studies that show that a lot of the inequities in health outcomes in fat people versus thin people is due to the fact that fat people experience a lot of weight bias, especially in places where it really matters that people are listened to, like a doctor's office.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
So here's my tips on navigating the doctor's office as a fat person. First thing.
Walk and turn sideways through the door.
That's a huge fish.
Okay. All right. We'll continue.
If you're looking for a doctor and you're in a big city, I would recommend looking up the Health at Every Size Doctor Registry.
Nope.
It is a registry of self-identified doctor's offices who are fat-friendly.
A registry of self-identified doctor's offices that are fat-friendly. Let me tell you a story about the medical system. All doctors are fat-friendly. You know why? Because you're not healthy if you're fat. That's why it's a sick care system, not a health care system. All doctors are fat-friendly, Mochambo. They're all fat-friendly. They'll take your money. They'll bill your insurance company. Oh my God. I can't believe this is probably a fucking real thing.
Second of all, if you have a dietitian or a therapist you see, I highly recommend talking to them about it because they could have some connections that you don't know about. My dietitian is Health at Every Size, intuitive eating lens, and she has a lot of connections in.
My nutritionist is Health at Every Size, intuitive eating. That's probably why you look the way you do. That's literally antithetical. My dietitian is intuitive eating, Health at Every Size. In other words, the easiest job in the world is to be a nutritionist. That's Health at Every Size and intuitive eating. Oh, eat whatever the fuck you want. You haven't changed, but that's perfect because you're living your best life. You're following your cravings. Can you imagine a bigger scam? A bigger fucking grift. There's no bigger fucking grift than an intuitive eating, Health at Every Size dietitian or nutritionist. That's the biggest fucking scam. That's like going to a mechanic and they're pouring sugar in your gas tank and slashing your tires. Oh, your car's all fixed.
The cities that I've moved to with doctors and healthcare providers that are fat friendly. You can also Google some keywords whenever you're looking for doctors in your area, such as intuitive eating, Health at Every Size, weight affirming. All of those keywords.
Weight affirming. Excuse me. I'll give you $200 for this doctor's visit. Can you tell me what I want to hear so you don't hurt my feelings? Weight affirming. You mean the same way that we affirm 4-year-olds' gender dysphoria? You mean the same thing? You mean the same way? That way?
Boys have a penis. Girls have vagina.
Never go to anyone that's affirming. Go to someone that's going to tell you the truth and actually help you get better. Never do anything that's affirming. Never do anything that's affirming.
Point to the same thing, that if you are a fat person, you are going to be treated with respect and dignity and listened to at the doctor's office, and that they're not just going to write off pain as needing to lose weight. If you've done all those things, but you live in a small town or you just don't have access to a healthcare provider that states up front that they are fat friendly, here's what you're going to do. The first thing is, before you book an appointment, I would screen them. It is okay to write them an email. Usually doctors have either their office email or their own email on their websites or their profiles. Tell them that you're interested in receiving care for XYZ issue, or you're interested in having a visit at their office, but you want to ensure that you are going to be listened to. You've had bad experiences with doctors in the past because of your weight. I think this is a great way to kind of screen right off the bat what they believe, because if you get an ugly response back, you can immediately say, okay, no, I'm going to continue my search. Or maybe you get a really polite, heartfelt response back, and that can really assuage some fear and anxiety about, this new appointment coming up.
Ooh, assuage.
Now, the doctor's office in itself can be traumatizing.
I'm actually surprised that you know these words. Very, very well spoken. Not too bright, but well spoken. This person is just looking for a taint rub, an arm around the shoulder. That's all she's looking for. This is the worst way to find help. You want the truth. You want reality. For fuck's sake. If any doctor or medical professional is putting Health at Every Size, intuitive eating, run. They might as well put sham or scam or grift next to their fucking practice.
So here's some tips for when you get there. If you're worried about being weighed, simply say, I am not choosing to be weighed today. Or if you absolutely must be weighed, make sure that you are blind weighed. Blind weighing is when you turn around, the nurse writes down your weight, hands it to the doctor, and you are not supposed to see this. In most visits, it's not extremely necessary for the doctor to weigh you. So if you don't want to be weighed, tell them. Be upfront with the doctor, tell them that you're there to be listened to, and if they cannot respect that, then you will seek help somewhere else. If you want more tips, let me know.
I don't. If you want more tips to be lied to, let me know. Wow. Okay. Don't go to any doctor or nutritionist that's like intuitive eating, Health at Every Size. You cannot be healthy at every size. That's pretty much the definition of being unhealthy, is being multiple human sized. For fuck's sake. Oh my God. My IQ literally, I don't even know how we can move on. Like, my IQ just dropped like 14 points from that video. My head hurts. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get into it a little bit more. 1, 2, or 3.
What's in the box? Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
My fucking brain. Nancy, my brain hurts. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? We'll see how many we can get through here. Let's go with the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Amy, number 1. Amy, number 1. Amy, number 1. And Brenda says number 1 too. All right, this is called body positivity isn't for skinny people.
I knew the comments on this were going to blow up. No hate to this commenter specifically, just picked a random one I saw and want to talk, share some thoughts. So, you're right. Body positivity is not for skinny people. Body positivity is a movement that was created by fat women of color. And
Lies. Body positivity is actually for people that have attributes they can't change. If you're obese, you can absolutely change it. You can absolutely improve your health. So she's going to be an ally and she's going to virtue signal by a fat person of color. Fuck you. Fuck you and your body positive bullshit. You're lying to yourself. You're playing a victim. It's pathetic. No one cares. No one cares. Holy fucking earrings. You have like an entire solar system on your head.
And skinny, conventionally attractive women have inserted themselves.
Conventionally attractive, meaning attractive. More healthy. Attractive. You can say attractive. It's okay. It's okay. It's true.
Into this movement and made it synonymous with self-love when that's not what it was. It was created as a liberation movement for people that are
not trapped, not
the
in
conventional
jail, not in jail. You don't have to liberate people that are free to go to every drive-thru that they want. You don't need to liberate fat people. They need to liberate themselves from the chairs, from the couches, and from their apartments. They just need to go for a walk. They can liberate themselves. They just choose not to move.
body type, whether that be they're fat or they're disabled, to be in a space where they can appreciate themselves away from the societal norm, which is skinny, able-bodied. Now, skinny people coming into this and using it as a way to be like self-love completely decenters the people it was created by and created for. Does that mean a skinny person can't have body positivity or can't have insecurities? No. Everybody can have body positivity or insecurities. But like the movement itself was not created for them.
It was hijacked. It was hijacked by pathetic people looking for more attention. You got it. You got that attention. You're on billboards and shit, grossing everyone out. Nice. Nice. Based.
Now, with body checking, like, what's the difference between a skinny person versus a fat person doing a body check? Oftentimes,
Howard, I'm keeping you on quick draw.
Especially on this app, I feel like most like body checks I see from skinny people are just to showcase how skinny they are and showcase, oh, I am not fat. This is a symptom of an eating disorder. This is something I feel comfortable talking about on here because I had an eating disorder. This is something I do. I body check. The difference is that I don't post it online and I don't gaslight people when they...
As she's gaslighting people.
Matt Damon.
I don't gaslight people as I lie to your face. I just don't post it online. Why didn't you consider that option before making this video? You shouldn't have posted this online either. But you did, Cupcake. But you did. But you did. Should have taken the same approach to this garbage content.
Try to call me out on it and tell them that I'm not doing it. That's the problem. The problem isn't the body checking. The problem is posting it and trying to tell people that that's not what you're doing. It's so subtle. But I've seen this so many times before because I had my eating disorder during the height of like pro-Anna Tumblr, whatever. And it's also
What? Pro-Anna Tumblr? Anyone that uses Tumblr has brain problems. If you've ever used Tumblr, you know the cesspool. You think Twitter or Reddit or any of these things are like fucking toxic trash. Tumblr has always been a cesspool of garbage. You'll find the worst fucking shit on Tumblr. Who the fuck uses Tumblr? The fact that she just said the word Tumblr is like, oh my God, I'm surprised your hair isn't neon. That's impressive.
It's pictures of collarbones, and it's pictures of a flat stomach, like in black and white, like used as thinspo. And obviously, it is not everybody's responsibility to like look out for other people's triggers. But when you are, it's
no one's response. By the way, this video had a TW, a trigger warning. Oh, if you're offended easily, fuck you. Bring it on. Bring it on. You're under no responsibility ever to tiptoe around people's triggers. You know why? Because everyone has the ability to complain about everything. So you know what you have to do is ignore people's opinions about what you say and do. Enough. Enough. There are many people that don't like my content. Zero fucks. All my fucks have forsaken me. I have no idea where these fucks are that you assume that I have. I don't know where they are. Don't care. The only reason you're making this video is because you care. We have to kick this goddamn pussy bullshit right in the fucking gunch. Not her physically, but this idea, this mindset is horrendous. This is the real cancer in our society.
A conventionally attractive, skinny model with 80,000 followers, it is your responsibility to look out for other people's triggers. And
oh, no, it's not. Jesus Christ, you're not here to live for other people. My God, can you be any more of a fucking communist? Holy shit. No, it's not your responsibility to look out for anyone's fucking triggers at all. How about you fortify yourself and steel yourself so you're not offended so fucking easily by content on the interwebs? Welcome to society. You're gonna love it here.
Making sure that you are not posting something that can be perceived as harmful or could be harmful to someone.
Everything is harmful to anyone if they choose to complain about it. Your bangs are bothering me, by the way.
Especially if you have an eating disorder, which this person is saying they do.
Everyone has an eating disorder. My God, there's a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Sonic, a KFC, a Taco Bell in every fucking corner. If you're going to those places, you have an eating disorder. For fuck's sake, you're literally eating synthetic trash. You have an eating disorder. Everyone has one. And most people that have one don't know they have one. That's the problem.
They did. So you should know better. Like, pretty much that's the point. You should know better. And I've seen plenty of other creators post videos like trigger warning body check. It's super easy to let people know.
Trigger warning body
so
check.
you can avoid potentially hurting someone.
Oh, potentially. You want to avoid potentially hurting someone.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, all right. Get offended. Cope. Fucking cope. No one cares about your feelings. No one does. Why should we? You're going to be offended no matter what anyone says. You're looking to get offended. What you need is a...
Bigger stickers?
Bad. Bad. Someone needs a dick. Papa Swole, you're so misogynist. No. You need a dick. God, you'd be so much more calm if you actually just got beast fucked. But who wants to be with that kind of personality? I don't know how many beers that takes. Man. All right. Shamba booba. But we're not here tomorrow, so let's just run through these. Pick a number. We have fat people are marginalized and fuck this guy. I think should we end on fuck this guy? Yeah, that one's, I think it's a gender one. Ooh, we have one from, let's do fat people are marginalized and we'll end on fuck this guy. Because I think if we go fuck this guy, we're not going to get to fat people are marginalized. You know what's ironic? When you say fat people are marginalized, you know what a margin is, right? It's like the edges, the outskirts. So if you look at a piece of paper, there's not much space. It's like, how do you How can you get that in the margin? All right, fat people are marginalized. Then don't be fat. Okay, let's do this.
Hi everyone, this is just a friendly reminder that if a fat person is talking about their own experience with fat phobia, their own experience with their body, with their
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Then you can just hit the pause button. Isn't that nice? I love it. I love pausing. If a fat person is talking, bleep, shut the fuck up. Like The Rock famously said, shut up, bitch. I need that soundboard.
fat body, their larger body, their plus size body, whatever they fucking want to call it, that when a fat person is talking about their own shit, their own experience, whatever the fuck it is, that's not an invitation for thin people to insert themselves in a conversation that's not about them.
If you're whining and complaining with your 17 chins on TikTok, it's open season for opinions. It's open season for responses. Don't post online. Let me tell you something. If you don't want to hear a response in real life or on the internet, don't make content. Don't make content. If you're posting a video, there's this option. I'll tell you a story. There's an option on the corner. It has the 3 ellipses. You hit that to leave a comment. Now, the real pussies online turn off comments because they're mostly negative and they don't want to get the offense, right? But there's a reason why you can reply to a video. People can voice their opinions and engage. So make better content. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Just so you know, because when a marginalized person, yes, because fat people are marginalized.
Fat people eat too much. We also eat too much cake.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
Don't fucking understand that, then look at intersectionality and the different intersections, because body size is one of them. Back to the point.
No. The Victim Olympics, no one wants any part to do with that. Let's look at intersectionality. Well, you're not black, handicapped, and trans, so you are not high on that list, Mochambo. Just so you know. Anyway, have you seen the white whale?
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
It's not an invitation for thin people to just enter into the space of fat people to talk about themselves. No offense, but this isn't fucking about you. And if you think it is...
No shit. No shit. You're talking about oppression and the intersectionality and victimhood. Of course it's not about anyone else but you. It's the only way you get attention is by complaining and looking for a fucking handout. You whine and bitch and moan about things that you can change that you refuse to improve on, and then you look for some sort of compassion. And if people aren't compassionate and don't get on their knees and lick your, then they're mean people and they're evil and they should be eliminated and not allowed to speak, right? You're so compassionate until people don't agree with you. You're not marginalized, you're pathetic. Do better.
That's your own fucking projection. Go to therapy and let fat and marginalized people talk.
No one's stopping you from talking. My God. No one's stopping you from talking. That's the problem. No one's stopping you from talking. But you also can't stop me from talking, or shouldn't stop me from talking. So you can talk and I can talk and we'll let the most logic and common sense win. How about that? Yay, America.
Fuck yeah!
America, fuck yeah. My gosh. I'm about to have a seizure. All right, let's end on go to therapy. Go to therapy. Sounds like you're late for an appointment. My God. There's no shortage of these mouth breathers on fucking TikTok, that's for sure. What a cesspool of fucking garbage. TikTok is if Tumblr was, it's I guess TikTok took Tumblr and made it a video platform. Yeah, most of these people need therapy. They're just using TikTok as a therapist couch. All right, let's get right into this last one. You ready, fam? Last one. Last one.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Loud noises!
This is going to be tough. The gender doula? My fucking God. This one's going to hurt. Something tells me this one's going to really hurt. The title of this video, or in my folder, is called Fuck This Guy. So.
What's in the box?
Jesus Christ. When you're going through hell, keep going. Oh, man. I don't see the...
Hey everybody, I'm the gender doula. If you need a letter either for starting hormones or for surgery, or you can get one letter but you actually need 2 letters for surgery, I have a service for you.
Gallup. The Gender Affirming Letter Access Project. Need a letter? Need help mutilating your body? Well, we can help you with that. Let's affirm your delusions. Excellent.
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
Need help removing yourself from the gene pool? Just go to gallup.org.
This is Gallup. It's thegallup.org. That's THEGALAP.org. It's a letter writing project where various practitioners sign on and they say that they're willing to provide letters, and then you have the opportunity to contact them and get a letter set up for free. Now, I have not personally used this service, but I have quite a few clients who have, and they've all been quite satisfied. This is a great way to avoid the gatekeeping that comes from the letter and to get your letter regardless of your financial situation. I hope that helps.
There used to be padded rooms for this kind of shit, but instead, we remove bail. We remove all logic and common sense and scientific research. We remove humanity from our existence.
Are there any women here today? I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you.
Okay. I need some Tainty Man immediately.
Aww.
That's what I'm... Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right. We got a thyroid. We got a thyroid card to give away.
America! Fuck yeah!
All right. Let's bring this let's bring this train. Let's bring this home, fam.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up
Can we do it? Can we do it? It was a great man cast. We went deep today. Reminder before we give away the Swole card. I know. We got a roundtable tomorrow. Roundtable 27. Tomorrow's episode will be private for members only. Thursday, September 22nd. That's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there for members only. SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam today. Join the fam today. To be there for tomorrow's episode, we will not be public. Tomorrow, private. Thursday, the 22nd, 5 p.m. Eastern time. My goodness, what a fucking mancast. What a fucking mancast. Jesus Christ. Epic. An epic sleeves cast. Here we go. But my thyroid. Let's give away today's Swole card. Falcon, kick it off. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Falcon. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. But my thyroid. But my thyroid. But my thyroid. But your fucking thyroid. I'm not going to affirm your stupidity. Rihanna, hashtag but my thyroid. Congratulations. Miss Rihanna Bixler. Miss Rihanna, I think your thyroid's just fine. I think your thyroid is just fine. Congratulations on winning today's Swole card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 29. Another one. It's another Swole card. Fucking the more you show, the more you play, the more you can make those 6 Swole card games. Congratulations. Keep on dropping. Remember, keep on dropping those hashtags throughout the episode. We'll take some soundboard requests if you got it. Drop in the comments down below. We'll be back here for the public cast on Friday for FEF and overtime. Prepare for another early stream. The morning Bees cast is epic. I'm going to have to absolutely decompress after
I'm funny how? Are you funny like I'm a clown? I amuse you?
A jelly donut?
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
I got hairy legs.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Boys have a penis, girls have vagina.
You don't need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
This is Marjorie Stewart Baxter.
Mr. Strickland.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?